think it's actually wrong for someone to think something negative of their own race. Because if white people didn't think something negative of their own race, slavery would still exist. If white people didn't think something negative of their own race, you wouldn't have things like affirmative action. If white people didn't think negatively about their own race, you wouldn't have them doing all the outreach things and steadily sitting up there flogging themselves every day saying the white man sucks. They literally do that.
But that's
there's nothing wrong.
I love you, Tommy. Come with the facts.
No, I'm saying listen to what she said. There's nothing wrong. Someone told me today you can't speak ill about women.
I don't want you to conflate what I'm saying and move the goalposts, because of course slavery is literally you having an apartheid with other people and weaponizing other people as a commercialized property. But that's
there
not
no
the
slave
same.
owners today.
But that's not the same thing as people literally sitting here and thinking the worst of black women and black men. I don't look at.
We think the worst of white people.
No, I don't.
They've not done anything to us.
No, I don't.
I didn't say you, ma'am. I didn't say you. Just like you're not saying what Allie's saying.
But that's
so apparently we know it's not you.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think that is healthy to think in such a negative state.
And all I tried to do was say, I heard everything you said. Did not cut you off. Let you say it, even though I didn't agree with it, didn't I? Didn't cut you off once. So you got all your thought out. So you should do what you let everybody else have to do. Listen to what you said, whether they agree with it or not, and then come back and say what they thought from the whole of what you thought, not from the piece of it.
Well, I think the difference is that when we're talking about, there's nothing wrong with pointing out problematic behavior within your race. I, however, think there's a problem when you say that the majority of a group is a thing. So we wouldn't go out our way to say majority of white people were slave owners. We wouldn't go out our way to say majority of white people are XYZ. Just like I wouldn't go out my way to say majority of black women ain't shit. Hold on, wait. I wouldn't go out my way to say majority of black women ain't shit. Just like I'm not going to go out my way to sit here and say that majority of black men are criminals. Even when Paradise made the quote, she said 1 in 3. That means only 33% of black men will ever have a criminal record. That means that majority of black men, 66%, will never have a criminal record. We don't participate. Most black men, like Paris said, just go to work, come home, and try to take care of their families. That's how we operate. Just like,
but what is the problem?
But Sweeney, well, how do we solve the problem if we keep focusing on the 66%?
Hold up, so we're the best at it too. Don't let that part slide. We the best.
They never let me finish.
Tommy, I think the problem is that we don't highlight the 66%. That's the problem. All we want to do is highlight, and we celebrate the 33% of the degenerates in our community, and we never highlight the Caseys, the Trigger Mikes, the Lapeefs, the Sweeneys, the Paradises. We never highlight those people when it comes to these conversations. So we never shine our light. All we want to do is focus on the negative, whether we're focusing on it in a way of all we want to do is talk shit about them, or we focus on it in a way where all we want to do is celebrate them.
That's what I've been saying. Oh my God.
Real quick, Sweeney, but we coming to you with the problem. You as a man got to give us the solution. The title of the whole thing, it's not coming. We're talking about a negative subject. It's a lot going on in our community, and every night we have a negative topic. So I'm sorry you want us to be positive, but the topic says when men fail, that is a negative connotation right there. The women take over. So you want me to create a positive payment plan, or what do you want me to do? This is the issue for men, and you as a man need to come with resolutions and stop whining like
the resolution is go with the 66%. That's the resolution.
The 66% move from the hood and are not represented.
Then move from the hood.
Let me add to what. So here's the solution.
Trigger. Let me get Marcus in there. Please be quiet. Go ahead, Mark.
So, man, that's a lot. The truth or reality is, if you look at like an eyeball, right, the things you focus on come into your purview and be the thing you can see. So yes, we do need to adjust and fix things that are negative, and they should be addressed. But they should not garner all of our attention, and we hyper focus on them. When you do that, especially when we're talking about women, what you do is you feed the beast. Any behavior that you dislike within somebody, you could genuinely change your interaction with them by not interacting with that behavior. Women operate off of attention, positive or negative. It does not matter. Either one is still attention. If you would like for a woman to act in the way you want, if all men ignored all the women that acted the way that we don't like or this, I promise you they would go away. I promise you they will. It's the same reason why I genuinely don't be fighting with if they're doing something I'm not akin to, I'm not giving you no attention. If my child is throwing a fit, I'm walking right past her. Anything that's something I don't want to see, I'm not going to reward it with positive or negative behavior. Now positive reinforcement to negative behavior. Now there comes a time when something is so negative it has to be addressed, but those are outliers. That's not the everyday thing. It's not the everyday thing. We got to get to a point where we understand that if somebody take a step towards you and you want to help them, you willing to take 2 steps towards them so you can hear what they say and provide them with the stuff that's not judgmental, that's not from and even if it's not coming from a judgmental space, the people have to interpret the message that same way, because you lending a hand, and you always got to remember that people, when they're looking up to you, there can be disdain if the message is interpreted incorrectly. At any time you can offend somebody, so we have to be extremely careful of that at all times, right? But the things you focus on will ultimately be the thing that you manifest. That's all I wanted to say. You'll manifest what you focus on.
Go ahead, Trey.
So that is what I wanted to say when Ali said, what is the solution? We live in a different world. I mean, what I mean is like black fathers, black upstanding men. We all know each other. We see each other. Our kids do the same activities, so on and so forth. One of the issues that I am finding that I want to help more people with is some of the women who are educated and all of this. The men that they are choosing is a large part of the problem. So when it says men fail, I'll ask which men. The men I know aren't failing that much. You see what I'm saying? Our families are top tier. So what I'm saying is that the degeneracy has gotten so bad that we have women who have the initiative to go get educated, to put their best foot forward at work. But when it comes to this area of choosing men to have babies for, choosing men to let you take out on dates, we got a bit of a problem in the community. And that's something that needs to be rectified, because when people say, go fix the men, I go to my group of men. They fix their issues on their own. We've talked it out. We've had a brotherhood smoke and a beer, and all those problems seem to be fixed. And I'm always left wondering who is left. But it's the
Sugar Mike. What about Pookie and Ray Ray?
That's the Pookie. Oh, okay, great. I'm glad you asked that. Everybody can't go. The black people are the only people. Hold on. Black people are the only people on earth who will not separate themselves from their degenerate class. Fuck Pookie and Ray Ray.